What happens when your ultimate creative breakthrough requires you to surrender your sanity, and the prestigious writing residency that saved you from a string of academic rejections transforms into a literal, bone-chilling slaughterhouse of artistic obsession? In this breathlessly paced, high-stakes psychological masterpiece of isolation horror and deadly institutional secrets, the traditional boundaries of Gothic suspense shatter under an avalanche of pure, visceral terror. The narrative introduces us to 22-year-old Lyla Robbins, a fiercely independent and analytical aspiring author whose structured reality hits a catastrophic roadblock when her dream graduate schools reject her applications. Driven by a sharp, unyielding intuition to salvage her literary future, Lyla accepts an unexpected, fully funded invitation to the Claymont Residency for Writers, an elite, mysterious program safely insulated inside a modernized, hyper-isolated castle in the deep heart of Italy. However, her dream opportunity quickly morphs into an intense, high-pressure masquerade as she confronts a series of excessive rules, including strict midnight curfews, confiscated cell phones, and unrelenting, mandatory deadlines. While her fellow residents completely lose themselves to the grueling demands of a reclusive editor known only as the reader, Lyla's professional armor begins to crack when she catches sight of terrifying shadowy figures pacing inside her room and notices disturbing, unnatural physical changes taking hold of her friends. The true brilliance of this fast-paced supernatural thriller audiobook summary lies in Roberts's exceptional mastery of mechanical claustrophobia, shifting facades, and agonizing psychological friction. As Lyla attempts to navigate this high-pressure compromise, her skepticism completely melts into an elite, terrifying game of pure survival. Every mandatory submission deadline becomes a minefield of potential exposure, and every wealthy benefactor, such as the newly arrived philanthropic couple Lester and Regina Stalling, transforms into a primary suspect hiding behind a mask of artificial generosity. Trapped in close proximity within a toxic inner circle of elite creatives where a single slip in focus or a failure to write could seal her doom, Lyla must maintain absolute tactical vigilance while parsing out clues connecting the historical castle grounds to a dark web of sinister deceptions. The atmosphere crackles with a slow-burning, deceptive tension as local warnings from the hostile townspeople collide with the horrific, inescapable reality of what happens to writers who fail to please the estate's hidden masters. For psychological horror, dark Gothic mystery, and slow-burn suspense enthusiasts who live for fiercely resilient heroines, complex, multi-layered architectural puzzles, and an adrenaline-fueled plot handled with absolute narrative precision, this audiobook delivers an unput-downable, masterfully orchestrated listening experience, where the ultimate safety nets of ordinary life vanish, leaving a sharp mind and raw survival instincts as the ultimate weapons for final dominance and absolute escape.